Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. It's Friday, which means it is nearly time to chill out and relax at the weekend. You just got to get through this final day of school or work or whatever it is. And this is episode 184 today. Do me a huge favor right at the very start and smash a thumbs up button. Last few days we've not hit the 5k like target, which we really like to do. So smash the thumbs up button. Make it a part of the daily routine. And of course, subscribe to the channel as well if you are new around here. So, yes, yesterday we did our rewards. If you want to see them, you can check in the top corner. Take a look at who we got as red picks and all of that good stuff. But for the actual starting 11, we made a couple of changes. One in-game and one on the starting 11 itself. We flipped Ronaldo and Dybala so that Dybala could have full chemistry and Ronaldo would be on 7 because with his stats he just doesn't need to be on 10. And then I also realised that my Diogo Jota got an upgrade finally. We unlocked this ones to watch card very early on in the series. And he played really well for a few weeks, and there were a few times where he should have got upgraded. A lot of us thought, but EA didn't give it to us, and now he's finally managed to get himself an 85 rated inform, which does mean that this particular card goes up. And if you look at it, he actually looks like quite a solid card. He's got good stats in the right areas, so I figured, you know what, because we've got Curtis Jones in that centre mid spot, I could just take Bergwijn out for today or for a few games and potentially play Jota there and see what he feels like in game. Whether or not we'd probably play him at cam and then Dybala up front with Ronaldo. So yeah, I think that is what we're going to do for the gameplay part of today's episode. But before we get on into any games, there are some SBCs that can offer us out just a few little packs, and it is from UEFA Marquee matchups. I think there was a St. Patrick's Day one, which was called Shamrock or something, and then there was another just a puzzle SBC for the European football from this week. So easy enough to do because we're saving up for the Icon SBC and there hasn't been really good upgrades. My club for the last couple of weeks has now started to grow back a little bit. So I've got a relative supply of gold, non-rares and rares. So I can do SBCs like that fairly easily now, which is quite nice. But I think once or if we do get some nice, decent upgrade SBCs that aren't the 82 to 88s, maybe the player pick ones or something like that, I would love to sink my club into that because we are just trying to get as much fodder as possible towards this Icon SBC. Knowing that with the sale of Zakaria, we would be at about 280,000, maybe 270,000 coins. That is quite a lot. That's about half the Icon SBC. And then we do have a relative amount of fodder. Nothing too crazy apart from one Ter Stegen that's 90 rated. So I reckon I could probably get done, apart from the inform that you have to buy for the highest rated squad. I can get the 86 rating. I just need to probably buy an 83 rated inform. And then I would probably at the moment need to buy the 85 rated squad, the 84 rated squad, and then I could probably do the 83 rated squad. But again, I think that in itself is about 300k, something like that. So we're not too far off being able to actually do this, guys. And I will keep an eye on the market. If there's a sudden dip, then potentially I'll just get in there and buy some SBC fodder, for requirements whilst they're cheap. And if it goes up, because obviously we got the Mbappe SBC, if that is popular and it does push the price of fodder up, then we might just have to wait until things just simmer down a little bit. So that is kind of my thought process and what's going through my head when it comes to this Icon SBC. Because this time next week, if we've managed to get it done, it means that I'm not going to have any coins at my disposal, meaning that my squad will be based on all of these untradeable players that I've got in my club right now for probably a few weeks, because I won't have the money to buy other players. So the only way that we're going to be getting players in is by grafting fodder, whether that be from upgrade packs or rewards, and putting them into like player SBCs. I mean, people were suggesting that hopefully we would get like FUT birthday this week as a promo. We haven't had a splash screen, so at the time I'm recording this at 7:10 on Thursday night, by the way, we haven't had a splash screen. Sometimes it comes at 8 o'clock though. So if there is a promo, I don't know about it, and it hasn't sort of made its way out onto social media or anything. So it might be another fairly dry week of FIFA, which, I don't know, it kind of sucks. I feel it as well, guys. I really wish that we would pretty much go from promo to promo. A little cooling off period sometimes for like a few days or a week is okay, but I feel like it just feels like it's been forever since we had a really good promo. So I just, yeah, I don't know. I want something ASAP. That would be good. Because that brings, you know, a promo brings along with it. Like, even if you don't necessarily love the players from the actual, like, 23-man squad or 11-man squad, whatever they do nowadays, it brings along, like, guaranteed promo player SBC, and that's content. It brings along that sort of stuff, which is what I really want this series to be. I want to be able to complete those types of SBCs and stuff, you know. So whilst I've just been talking about SBCs and stuff, we've been doing a bunch in the background, and you know, we've pulled a few boards, nothing too crazy or major though, but again, it didn't really cost me much to do these, just literally players from my club, so I'll absolutely take that. We swap out some players that were in our club doing nothing for a bunch of packs and the chance to potentially pack something half decent. It just so happens that we didn't. So I can make the swap now. I can make the change from Bergwijn to Diego Jota. Stick him in the squad just because. Why not give him a go? He's got some nice stats, and I'm pretty sure I've come up against the 83 a few times and thought, wow, that's better than I expected. So I just figured, hey, why not give him a go? And that will be at Cam. He's got 4-star skill, 5-star weak foot. So hopefully it'll be the sort of player that we can really use, and he might be a little bit meta, who knows. But anyway, I go into my first game. I come up against a 5 at the back squad, very meta, very, you know, lots of players that you would expect to see on the game, and I'm 1-0 up at half time, and actually my opponent hasn't really made anything happen. I've been in control of this game, which is kind of unlike me for division rivals, because it's been awful. The last 3 weeks it's been absolutely tragic. I've pretty much hated every minute of playing rivals, which is not great. You know, I do try, and I like playing FIFA. I love scoring goals and winning matches and stuff, so when it's not quite clicking and I'm just not having fun, and that's what the competitive nature of division rivals sort of feels like to me quite a lot of the time. But this particular game, I actually managed to go 3-0 up. I'm normally like 3-0 down by about the 25th minute in rivals, but this guy, you know, maybe I took my foot off the gas a little bit, probably shouldn't have, or maybe he just threw the kitchen sink at it a little bit more to try and get back into it, earn himself some kind of points for these rivals matches, and as it happens, he manages to get it back to 3-2 just before the 90th minute goes. So, you know, no chance that I was going to get drawn on. I was always just going to keep the ball after that kickoff. But he did manage to score a couple of goals, and that makes no difference to me. He was an 1898. He was basically over 100 skill rating less than me. So you would expect to get a victory against that. But those types of people have been beating me lately. So that one was pretty good points. It gave me, what was it, 770 points. Very good. I think I dashboarded my very first game that you haven't seen here. So, yeah, we're a little bit behind on rivals points at the moment. Don't really matter, though, does it? I come up against a crazy 5 at the back team again. It's like Prime Henry, Player of the Month Messi, Prime Kaká. I don't know. Yeah, I know that I've got Ronaldo and a crazy squad myself, but it does just seem like constantly, you know, everyone. Maybe this year has been the easiest year to actually get some of the more ridiculous players on this game. I know that there's a whole separate argument about icon moments and how difficult they are and almost like impossible to get hold of without money, but that's a different topic altogether. I kind of, and it sucks, but I kind of basically just resign myself to the fact that I will never use icon moments Zidane or R9 because I'll never have the coins for it, and I'll never pack them, and there'll never be an SBC, and if there is, it'll be way out of my budget, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, I guess. Hopefully that sort of thing changes over the next year, over the next version of the game or whatever, just so it can be a little bit more accessible for everyone. But yeah, anyway, moving on. Weird tangent to go down, but we are 5-2 down in this game because this guy's prime Henri was my Van der Sar was just scared of him. I don't know what it was. He was just absolutely terrified of him. He decided that he would just move out of the way every time he shot. He wasn't going to save it. So I don't know why, but yeah, Henri was firing on all cylinders. And then that's not great from Puyol, in all honesty, is it? I sort of realised, just from playing Rivals the other day and playing Rivals today, that I don't think the defence is great. I don't think Zakaria is as good as I thought he would be. I don't think Delaney's really quite up to scratch at this stage of the game. Still a cool card, but just missing a little something where I need help. I need someone that's like mega overpowered as opposed to someone that's pretty good, but there is better options out there. So I don't actually think I'm going to go into the weekend league with this squad. And I mean, I guess there's no promo, so me making another video, me changing the squad, doing another episode on that is quite exciting, I guess. I know you guys prefer those episodes. That's why we change the squad so often, because I know you guys like them. They're like some of the most popular RTG episodes when we change the squad and try new players and stuff. So maybe, and I think it probably will happen, in the next episode, I think I'll sell Zakaria because he has risen in price a little bit, so I can make a tiny bit of profit on him. And then with the weekend league rewards, where we got a few coins as well, I could definitely have getting close to 300k. I think if I sold a couple of things as well, I could get up to about 300k. And then I don't know, what we could do with that before we start trying to do the Icon SBC is maybe have a fun weekend with a different type of player that I haven't used before. I don't know. I'll have to try and figure it out. But it is a job at the moment to try and put a starting 11 together and get that 100 chemistry with all of the crazy players that I want to use in my squad that I currently own in my club. Like I've got Tavernier and Babu. Who else have I got at right back? Kleiber. I've got 3 class right backs that I love and I would love in my starting 11 of every game, and I can't fit them all in. And when you fit one of them in, you have to go, the whole half of the team has to change nation to make it work and stuff like that. So I don't know, it's like first world problems, but I'm finding it quite difficult to pick a team at the moment. So yeah, we'll probably switch it up for tomorrow for the start of the weekend league, of course. That's a player that I would quite like to use. You saw the right winger that this guy's got, Kulusevski. I think he's about 360. He always goes up just for the weekend league, so I think he's probably once again out of my league in terms of price. But we'll see. You never know. One might come up on a bit of a bargain. He might drop a little bit in price if he rises in price. But we know that I can't get him. But this game here, the last game of the episode, I play this Kulusevski, and I'm not going to lie, he rips me apart. I got bridged on. I wanted to title the video this. I was like, I got bridged on 177 times or something like that, just to overstate how much this opponent was using the double RB, the actual bridge tool, technique, skill, whatever you want to call it. Now, I use and abuse the other mechanics when it comes to the directional nutmeg. I do that one all the time. You guys see it in my gameplay. But yeah, I hadn't struggled against the bridge as much ever on this game as I did against this particular guy, because it did get somewhat nerfed. And for some reason I couldn't defend against it. However, we were able to bring it back from was it 3-0 down to make it 3-all. So all's well that ends well. At least we managed to get a draw. So I think we've had 1 win, 1 draw, and countless losses in this episode. Apologies for that, but that is how it goes for me in Rivals at the moment. very, very difficult. I think I'm one loss away from even getting relegated, so I'm probably going to steer clear of rivals for a couple of weeks so that I can just keep getting the Div 1 rank 3 rewards without you know, getting relegated and such. So what we have been doing in the background is this mega matchup. I'll make sure I get it done before it expires, because I think I only need like 1 more game and about 4 more goals. I could do it in squad battles if I wanted to give me a half decent pack. And what I wasn't expecting was a board from this pack right here. And it turns out it's going to be the centre forward from Ajax, which is, of course, his name escapes me. It's Tadic. We only just packed the blue version of him the other day. So, yeah, I thought it was a duplicate for a second, but then I remembered that we have a UCL version of him. So we've got a couple of, like, half-decent pieces of fodder that could start to work on this Icon SBC. So, yeah, I think this is the last time you'll see the squad in this particular lineup. Like I said, I think just we will change it. Because, yeah, Puyol is good. I do like Puyol. He does lack a little bit of pace. And Zakaria just wasn't as good as I hoped he was going to be. Same for Delaney, in all honesty. Been thinking about maybe even trying Curtis Jones as a centre-back. I think that might work really well. So if I can make that happen and figure out a way to do that, there's potential there. But otherwise, yeah, I have no idea what the team is going to be for this weekend, because I am going to list up Zakaria, and that's how it's going to be. But yeah, guys, that is going to be the end of the episode. Do me a huge favour of hitting the thumbs up button. Talking 5,000 likes. Go ahead and smash that support. Thank you so much in advance. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I thank you for that as well. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are down below, everyone. Take it easy, stay safe, stay healthy. Good luck in the weekend league if you are playing it this weekend. And also let me know who your main striker is. I want to know who's your goal scorer for your team right now in the comment section below. Have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.